You know the story of Moses at the burning bush. I'll pick up in verse 2 through 6. And the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a flame of fire from the midst of a bush. So he looked, and behold, the bush was burning with fire, but the bush was not consumed. The angel of the Lord was right there in the midst. Then Moses said, I will now turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush does not burn. So there's a sign happening. There's a supernatural sign happening. There's an angel there. There's a fire in a bush. The bush isn't being consumed. And Moses says, I'll turn aside. I'm going to look. So when the Lord saw that he turned aside to look, God watches how we're going to respond in certain situations. The Lord saw that he turned aside to look. God called him from the midst of the bush and said, Moses, Moses. He said, here I am. Then he said, do not draw near this place. God, wait a minute. You're like speaking to me out of a bush. The angel of the Lord is there. You're burning in the midst of this bush. And now you're telling me I can't come near the bush? It's holy ground, Moses. Take your sandals off your feet, for the place where you stand is holy ground. Then he said, I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob. And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon God. You see, Moses in that moment, all of a sudden, the voice of the Lord, the sight that he's beholding, and the God cautioning him, this is holy ground, he comes into a place of reverential fear of the Lord. But the interesting thing is, Moses, if you will, he sort of chooses to not understand and just fear the Lord. There's a tension there. He's trying to understand, but he doesn't understand. Think about what's going on in our nation these last few months. We're trying to understand. We're trying to figure it out. And maybe it's just in this place that's really holy ground, and we just need to come before him and say, Lord, we don't fully understand, but God, we trust you. We're going to seek your face, and we're going to believe that you are God in the midst of this, even though we don't get it. We're going to drop the rocks, God, and we're not going to throw rocks at one another. God, we're going to stand for righteousness, joy, and peace. We're going to stand for that which is truth and justice, God. And we're going to treat this as holy ground.